actually I'm opposite of Surya's character. Surya has anger management issue, and my issue is that I don't get anger. Actually, I don't think I have. I still look at myself as any superstar or even for that.
You
But
are.
no, many instances even now after 16 years, I'll suddenly realize, oh wait a minute, where am I going? Like I'm not supposed to do this. You understand? I kind of forget the fact that I'm an actor. I was an assistant director. I was supposed to give a beta tape, and it was the ads beta tape to a manager in a reputed TV channel, and I know that manager, and because they have to play those ads. Evening 7:30, closing everything, lights are on. Some other employees left already, and this guy came and he said, "Beta tape." He said, "Yeah, for Radha Gopal only. No, that was my first film." And I said, "Yeah, okay." He took it and he left. This was not so. It's exactly 7:30 to 7:30. Okay, he did a single thing. Nobody offered even water. But I was like, obviously there was one little bit anger that could. It's not about me. You shouldn't do that to anyone, right? Then years passed. Then after I don't even remember that. Then I went one day for promotions of one of my film. Some 14 films of mine released by then. I went to they said promotions movie TV channel office. I didn't even think that it was the same building. So my car went in and I was just getting out of the car, and one guy almost like he was blocking the door, opened the door and he said, "This way, sir." And he's that same guy. He doesn't know me, obviously. He
He doesn't recognize you.
how can he recognize me? I was just an AD then. Later, years later, he saw one actor and he's been seeing that actor. He doesn't know that boy was this guy only.
But you recognized it.
How can I forget him?
Not every day this happens that a superstar, a natural superstar like Nani, comes and sits in front of you. Please tell me, why is it called the natural superstar?
No, it's not called natural. They call me natural star.
What does that mean?
Means I don't know if it means anything or not, but how it started is they used to call me the natural actor. Okay, I used to, the subtler performances used to happen at one time where it was generally all around me was a little more, pitched up performances, and so at that time they were calling me in Telugu Sahaja Natudu and all. Sahaja Natudu means natural actor, and
Okay.
so over a point of time after that, with one particular film which was a comedy which was called Bale Bale Magadu, director decided, sir, it's high time it should be, we'll put that name. Then I said no. Then he kept asking me. He called me again. Then he said, sir, it'll be really nice, trust me. Then I thought, okay, I didn't want to say no to him so many times, and also I thought comedy film, no. So it might be okay. They might take this also like comedy. But then I saw that film that day when they put the title, there was all full whistles in the theaters and all. I was like, oh, okay, what's happening? And then slowly, and then that turned out to be a blockbuster.
So it's lucky for you.
I don't know. I don't feel. I don't believe in all that. But what happened is, now the next director, everyone started saying, "Sir, we want to put the title." Then I said no. But then they were like, "But yeah, we understand your problem, but you let him,
Oh.
that director put, and why can't I?" Type of a feeling. Now I've started feeling like, no, I can't make him feel, not. So I said okay, and then after 3-4 films, I was like, I'm not happy with it. I was saying, see, if there is a chance, don't try to not to. And then everybody said, no, sir, I think it'll be nice. Only. Then after like few films, I've started, wherever I go, when the audience talk to me, saying that they'll invite me onto the stage with that, and in social media to dearest natural stuff, they'll write something very loving about me. Now it's their love. So now I don't have that feeling. Now I'm like, it's kind of become my name, part of my name. So but in personal space, when somebody calls me that, I get very agitated with that. No, not to irritate me. My friends or my cousins do that. Like they'll say, what would natural star like to eat? And they're serving me and all. I'm like, don't overact. Don't do that to me. Yeah.
Okay, so my whole interview will be just that.
Please don't do that. Please don't do it.
Because you
It'll
can't tell
show
me.
in my face. I'll like all that. Yeah.
Because you can't
I'll
say
I'll
things
give bad
that you-
answers. Like one word answers I'll give you if you call me that.
Let's see.
Let's see, okay.
You natural star. Oh, this is so much
I didn't
fun.
know NDTV will do this. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's start with Surya Saturday. Do you have a temper? I know Surya has a temper, but Does the natural star have a temper?
No.
Take this purposely. Do you have a temper, Nani?
So no, not at all. Actually, I'm opposite of Surya's character. Surya has anger management issue, and my issue is that I don't get anger. My problem is that
Is that a problem?
it is a big problem because there are sometimes you need to get angry, otherwise people will take you for granted. And I think and there's a lot of times I feel like I need to be angry and I want it to stay. And my anger, I get anger, but in 10 minutes now, for example, somebody, I'm angry on someone because of what they did. I'm like, I will want to hold on to it. Like, I will tell myself, you're not going to let this go because that is very bad what they did to you. And exactly after 10-15 minutes, I'll be like, it's not that bad also actually. Okay. And after 15 minutes, I'll be like, hey, what, look at him, Papa. I'm unnecessarily getting angry at him. I kind of melt so fast. So it's my issue. And that person will again hurt me or do something because I haven't been angry.
Yeah.
Right. So sometimes anger is important. So my problem is that I don't get angry.
And who at home, who takes advantage of this?
At home, nobody takes advantage of this. Everybody is happy with it.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But yeah. Who else? Yeah.
You know who.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
You wait and go home, then you see.
But I didn't say a name, or I didn't actually, say it out. So yeah.
But because of this nature, right now you are the natural star, Nani. But there was a point when you were working as an AD. There was a point when you were not the superstar that you are today. This not having an anger, how it has helped you in life? If you can give me a story, and how it has worked as a disadvantage for you, like you told me today. Any two stories which depicts the both.
First thing, I don't think I have. I still look at myself as any superstar or even for that.
You
but
are
no,
very humble. I would just say
not
that.
about being humble. In my mind, it is not like that.
And that's great.
Yeah, there are moments which will remind me that. Where, like for example, when I watch videos of in the theater, audience going for the scenes when there's throwing papers and all that, or when I go into an event, when I go onto the stage and I see the crowd, there could be moments where I feel it, but most of the time when I'm working, when I'm at home, I'm the same exact boy, which is 99% of my time, my life. It doesn't even cross my mind. Suddenly, there are so many instances, even now after 16 years, I'll suddenly realize, oh, wait a minute, where am I going? Like, I'm not supposed to do this. You understand? I kind of forget the fact that I'm an actor and I've been around for quite some time. So, and you wanted to
Yes. So, tell me an incident from your life where not having anger, not having anger issues, been an advantage in your life as well as a disadvantage.
So, and you want it to be from
any
before and after.
Before and after, yes.
Before and after. Now, for example, I'll just tell you one small incident. So I don't know its advantage or disadvantage. Generally, I'm saying. So when I was an assistant director, I was supposed to give a beta tape, and it was the ads beta tape to a manager in a reputed TV channel. And I know that manager, and because they have to play those ads. And I went to that floor in that building, it's 7th floor, and there's a receptionist and there's cubicles out there, and then that person who I came to meet was there. I could see he was walking through the cubicles, and I came with the beta tape, and it was morning 7:30, and I told her that I need to give it to him and leave. So she walked in, I was seeing her. And then she went and she gave it to him, and then he looked from there. I didn't give it to her, sorry, it was with me. So she went in and she told him that there's someone waiting. He looked at me. Then I showed this beta tape like this. Then he said, okay. She did that. And then I was like, okay, I will wait. And it 7:30 became 9:30, 9:30 became 10:30, 11:30, 12:30, 1:30, 2.
And you waited?
Yeah, I waited. All he has to do is take 10 steps and take this. He said, and in between 12, 1:30 or 2:30, in between once or twice he was crossing and he looked at me, I stood up and he said, he did it and he left up. So he has to take this gas. So I'm not no understanding now. Should I go out for lunch or not? I'm hungry. I'm extremely hungry. Okay. And because if I go out and then what if he leaves? So that 2:30 became, and I've seen him having lunch outside, and then they're talking to the staff and all that, and then he's seeing me waiting. Then I've again shown also cassette. Then it's like he did that. I was like, okay. 2:30 became 3:30, 4:30, 5:30, 6:30, evening 7:30, closing everything, lights are on. Some other employees left already. And this guy came and he said, Beta Deb, he said, yeah, for Radha Gopal only, that was my first film. And I said, yeah, okay, okay. He took it and he left. This was more, so it's exactly 7:30 to 7:30. Okay, it's a single thing. Nobody offered even water. But I was like, obviously, there was one little bit anger that it's not about me. You shouldn't do that to anyone, right? Yeah, you shouldn't do that. And for me, I was this very ambitious. I want to do things perfectly. They gave me the VHS tape. I don't want to complain to anyone. I want to give it to him and then only leave. And I don't want someone to say, because you went out for lunch, you missed out on giving the tape. So I was like this very sincere, wanting to prove myself kind of a boy. And then I know what all I felt because I'm not used to that. I just came out of college and then joined as an AD. So not eating lunch the whole day is not used to also. So I felt bad. I felt angry. I felt like, why would someone do that to someone? It's not right. No, it's not. You know that I'm waiting. You know throughout day. So I left it. Then years passed. Then after I don't even remember that. Then I went one day for promotions of one of my film. Some 14 films of mine released by then. I went to they said promotions movie TV channel office. I didn't even think that it was the same building. So my car went in and I was just getting out of the car, and one guy almost like he was blocking the door, opened the door and he said, "This way, sir," and he's that same guy. Okay, and not that there's nothing about this is a revenge or anything. Like I felt like he doesn't know me. Obviously, he doesn't.
He doesn't recognize you.
How can he recognize me? I was just an AD then. Later, years later, he saw one actor and he's been seeing that actor. He doesn't know that boy was this guy only.
But you recognized him.
How can I forget him? I will never forget him, no. So when I walked in through in the lift and all that, he was saying, "Sir, coffee or juice or something," and I was like, "No, it's okay, no problem." I was saying, but in my mind, I'm not trying to tell him. I don't need to make him feel anything. It was not about him or not about me, but I was thinking how life changes things and how you should always be polite. Not because they will be successful.
You never told him. You never told
I never told him. No point. I didn't see a point in telling him, and I didn't see the need to. But it was just, in my head, it was how life operates, how things can happen. It was a big realization of, no, it shouldn't, no matter what. It's not about that if that person will become big or not or whatever. To your fellow human being, you should always be, respectful, polite, and be nice. I feel. So yeah.
It's
Yeah, that's one story.
Yeah,
And
wow,
that's
that story is something. You don't need to tell me any more stories. Okay, let's talk about, we have been seeing that Malayalam films are doing really well.
Great
Right?
ideas, great.
What
film.
amazing storytelling, no?
Yeah.
But this year, like Telugu films did great last year. This year, we are seeing Malayalam films have exceeded all expectations, but Hindi, Tamil, and Telugu films are still lacking behind. What do you think that they are doing right that we are not being able to do something like they are doing?
With Malayalam cinema, the thing is, because it's the number of theaters or the number of population is comparatively, lesser than Andhra, Telangana, or Tamil Nadu, or so the budgets are a little more compact. Okay, so their call sheets are from morning to night.
I know.
Okay.
I just met Tovinda
Yeah.
Thomas. He told me this.
Yes. So what happens is, so the ones who are coming into cinema are not really looking at coming there to looking at cinema as a money making thing, because there's no big money involved anyway. Initially, now I think
Things are changing.
Things are changing, and Malayalam cinema is really winning across the country, and through OTT or through many resources, Malayalam cinema is making great money now. But initially, one culture has been set, And so in all the initial ones who came in are have mostly come for the love of cinema, okay, and they have cracked different ways to give the best output in lesser resources. So and when you do that, to do that your mind has to be extremely active, constantly thinking about what to do, what to do, what to do, what to do. And when your mind is that active, it will automatically start reflecting in the story, in the other things, in performances, and everything. Unknowingly, there's an extra comfort in other languages, which kind of makes you lazy also.
Yeah.
You understand where we, because we have budget, then you laid back schedules you'll plan. 6 o'clock wake up, that this and all. I understand, but that's also important. But what I'm saying is, the hunger is a little
More there.
more there. Yeah.
Yes, I get it. Okay, because we are talking about films, Malayalam films, we recently saw the Hema committee coming out and, talking about the exploitation that the women have been going through in Malayalam industry. But I would say it is just not Malayalam or a film industry in particular. We are saying how workplace for women are not safe all across our country.
Yeah.
Whether it's a doctor, whether it's a woman working in
Every
the
day
film
you hear something.
Yes, hear something. How do you see, as a person who belongs to the film industry or a part of a country like this, how do you see a change, or what do you think will change things?
Before I answer what changes things, but I want to tell you something. I don't know if this comforts. Okay, this has been bothering me. We've been even starting from Nirbhaya.
It never stops.
It never stops, and it continuously keeps disturbing us. And we see some more. Every day, I kind of actually am scared to scroll. Nowadays, what happens in even Twitter or something? It says for you. Okay, it will be mostly cinema news for me, like what's happening in cinema. But in scrolling, there will be some visuals suddenly come and some news which kind of can disturb me for the rest of the day. So I am seeing that whatever now we are at this social media boom. Everyone is on social media doing so many things, so many. I think anything which goes into the peak will start coming down, right? I genuinely feel now when I'm hearing all this news or whatever, and how women are treated, or how anybody can say anything, or anybody can do anything, and they think they can get away with it. I think we are in the most possible worst, like if comparatively, like 20 years earlier, it was much better, the situation. Before that, 20 years before, it was a little more better. I feel we are at the worst, because every day because of my profession, or in general because I love kids, I am meeting the kids and I interact with kids a lot more. I have met and spoke to a lot of 5-year-olds, 7-year-olds in this generation, and I remember how when I was 5-7 years old, we didn't know anything.
So innocent.
We didn't know anything, but somehow this generation is extra smart. They're learning things like that. They speak so many things. They understand things. They understand technology better. Somehow interacting with the next generation, I'm a lot more hopeful. I feel the better is coming. They won't be like how it's now. They're going to be much better than us. Or this time, I have a feeling that the generation there will always be some problem somewhere. But I have a solid feeling. I have a solid hope that it's going to get better from here on with the next generation.
Absolutely. One last question, please. One last question here is, cinema is a portrayal of the society. At the same time, a country like India also get influenced by cinema. And it is very important how we portray our women in cinema. We have seen, while things are changing, we are seeing women coming out and do such amazing films coming out where women are playing the main leads, the characters that they are playing. It's great. But it's still not progressing as fast as the society is. What do you think about that? Because we are also seeing how in films, normalizing pinching a waist or eve teasing on the street is an expression of love. That's how they show it. How do you think that will affect the mind of the people? How it affects the mind of the people? And do you think that can be changed?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Now, for example, that does say, affect, for example, that already affected. This is 10 years back, this was a lot more, what you said, in cinema. Okay. So, and even one of my films where there was one song where the song is about the girl saying, "Don't irritate me," and me singing that, "I will disturb you." Okay, it's a song, it's full dance song and all that. But what I'm saying is, at those days, very innocently, whatever we did, it's not too much also. But I'm saying, those days it was like the formula. You do that one song, and then you see you do this. In movies, you'll show it like for fun, entertainment, whatever they call it at that time, and it's already affected in a certain way where you'll whistle for that. It's become a
Yeah.
thing with people also. I genuinely feel those kind of ideas will not be encouraged anymore, and with the future generation for sure. Now, how do now you cannot? Now I don't remember a cinema which is now, for example, recently in a Telugu film also, where after a long time somebody tried putting up scene like that, and people absolutely rejected it. No, it's not like before. So the director must have thought that it was a blockbuster, something like this, 5 years back only. But the same idea now, so much of social media sharing, trolling, and again, social media sometimes comes together for some good things also. Okay, they said, how can this happen? How can they accept it? How did they do it? So there is one that repulsion has started for ideas like that. So I think now I can totally say now that this future generation kids, when they grow up, for them this will look extremely attacking. Nobody is going to encourage those ideas. So I am very, very hopeful that whether it's with filmmaking or whether it's with society, I think we are progressing towards a much better place.
But for you as an actor, when something like this comes to you, how do you react now?
Now it's nobody even gets it to me. I think they are little. They kind of know what I look for, and my taste in cinema and my kind of film. I think with last few films, initially in my career when I was just upcoming, I obviously didn't have enough filmography to make a statement. But I think last with all my few films, I think they kind of know what Nani is going towards or what his understanding of cinema. No, now nobody even comes and teaches me something like that.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Nani. Thank you for talking
Thank
to
you.
us, and you should come to Mumbai more often.
Yes, please. So more films I have to do
Yes.
then. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Pleasure talking.